Hi everyone, Sparkle Sprinkler here. I apologize for my voice, y'all. It's coming and going, and it seems to be worse in the evenings, and here we are. So I apologize. Hopefully this will pass soon. I had someone request, I believe it was Polly, asked me to show the diamonds without the light pad behind it so you could see what they look like. So here we are. Let me zoom this in for you. Well, I think I will, y'all. There's a good close-up of them. I can't get it to roll down. There we go. Let me scoot this over just a little bit here. There's the diamonds, and I'll zoom it back out for you. So you can get a good view of them. They're beautiful, y'all. I love these rhinestones from Goodills. They are absolutely amazing. I don't like a whole lot. I like the A's and T's, of course. But there you go. There's the diamonds. Here's the full shot without the light pad of what I've gotten completed so far. I'm hoping in this section I can get all of this done in this series. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But there you go. Alright, let me pause and get my light pad out. Okay, now I can see something, y'all. Let's see here. So these are number 25. I hope everyone is doing okay, y'all. I still have a little fruit fly flying around. He has taken up homestead in here. He's really, I can't get it to go into a trap for nothing. Everything I put in there, he just flies around it, and that's it. So I'm going to take other measures, and we shall see if what I've got coming in will handle the issue. But he's got to go. I've had enough of it just flying around in here. It's just one single little fruit fly, and he lands, and I try to get him, and he's too quick. So my ladybug is in its little habitat over here, keeping it safe from what I'm having to do to try to get the fruit fly out of here. Pesky little booger. So if you see something fly by, I apologize, y'all. It's irritating me just as much, I promise you. Okay, we're moving on to 22. It's the letter R. I'm sorry, y'all. This has just escalated over the last couple of days, and nighttime seems to be the worst. So I wake up in the morning, kind of get my coffee, I'm good to go, but by evening, this is what I sound like. So it's we've got a air purifier, a humidifier, and keeping the room cool. So I'm basically freezing my behind off in here. But it's cooler air, it's easier to breathe, she said, than warmer air. So I'm going with the cooler air. I know some of y'all have already finished yours. Good job. I hope that this helped you. Mine's going to be a while, and y'all, I don't know how long I'm going to go with this. I may, get to a point, because this is I think it's a 70 by 70. So, it's going to take me quite a while. I may venture off and go, you know, up the edge over here and across the bottom and go up into this section some, and then I may just start giving you weekly updates. I don't know. We're just going to play it by ear. However long, if y'all are, you know, if a good amount of people are watching, we'll just play it by ear how long this runs. I'll just keep working on it and give you weekly updates on Wednesdays. We'll just see. No set schedule on this thing, y'all. I had thought maybe halfway up, you know, get to the next, at least the next section, and then start doing weekly updates on it. I don't know. We'll just see. I may just get to this next section and the section up above it and just kind of go that route with it and then do weekly updates. We'll just see. We'll play it by ear, y'all. No real timeline or schedule. I just know I'm going to continue to work on it and complete it, and you'll see it completed. You'll see the updates along the way. It's early here. I'm talking 3 a.m. y'all, and I'm a night owl, if y'all haven't noticed that, and I just kind of roll with the flow. If I can't sleep, I get up. And the chickens are crowing, but they crow all night, y'all. There's a light out there that we have for predators, you know, to keep the possums and coons out of the chickens, and that way we can see what's going on. And they'll be crowing at midnight. I mean, they crow all night long. But y'all, if y'all find me editing a lot, it's to edit out coughs and sneezes, so you may miss some of this along the way. But I don't want to cough and sneeze in your ear the entire video. Let's see if I see any more R's. Alright, y'all, it is the next day. It was just too much coughing and all the things, so I just ended it, and I said I'll come back to it tomorrow. So we're now here with the roosters. We'll give this another go. Okay, I'm going with the equal sign, number 32. The struggle is real, y'all. Nights seem to be worse. We'll see what the morning does this morning. Okay. Boy, this is pretty green. I forget, y'all haven't seen these colors. Here you go. Very pretty green. Y'all, our chickens crow all hours of the day and night. We have a light out there that we put on them to keep away coons and possums, and we can see what's going on, you know, if we need to. And they don't know what's day and what's night. They just crow all the time. They're so funny. We coop them up at night, but with that light going, they still think. They still have something left in them for the day. Okay. We're going to go with the A's this time. Let's see what number that is. It's 34. Y'all, if there's a lot of editing in this, you feel like you've missed some things, you have, okay? I'm going to edit out the coughs and the things, so I'm going to have to take more breaks than normal. there's a lot of these. But as I was saying last night, I know some have finished. This would, you know, I'll just keep running this as long as I feel like it's beneficial to y'all. And until then, I'll just keep going with it, and then I'll just, you know, watch the view counts, and when the view counts get lower, then I'll start doing weekly updates on it, and that'll be the square series, and I'll tell you what I did, and if I encountered any issues, I'll just make notes kind of along the way. I'm just kind of wing it, play it by ear. But I mean, as long as the views are up, we'll go with it. But I mean, if you've got the concept of it and you're able to run with it, yahoo, you know. And I'll just go to weekly updates on Wednesdays of what I got done. Well, there's a lot of these little boogers. I have another Temu package, I think, that will be here today to finish out the other binders that were in my bedroom. I've just been slowly getting them labeled, the ones that are here, and that way I can check them in. So however long it takes me to unbox them is fine. I'm not too worried about them because they're special shapes. I think I've had like one that had the wrong diamond. So, you know, as long as they sent me a special shape and not a full round, I'm just going to trust them that everything's alright with it. If there's a little bit of glue issue, I've got some glue I can put on. So, but I usually don't have any problems with the special shapes. So I'll get them labeled and onto my ledger and count them out. Oh, that didn't go on straight at all, did it? And then get my binder pages counted and know if I'm hit the mark, close to the mark, way off the mark, and we'll go from there. I know I'm going to miss a good bit of these along the way because they're so scattered. But at least I get the bulk of them, then I'll pick up the rest as I move up. There's some right there. Y'all, I love, 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 love these diamonds. Okay, one last little final scan. And now we'll go to the lowercase t. Which is number 36. Okay, there's a bunch of these as well. Sorry, y'all. I'll try to edit out as much of this coughing as I can. Love that pop. There's some A's. I knew I'd miss some. There's a bunch of them in here. Knew I would miss some of them. I will probably miss some of these T's as well, because there's a load of those scattered amongst this painting, especially this section. Still not finding hardly any trash, misshaped drills, miscolored drills. Loving them so far, just like I did with the chicken. There's a good bit of teas over here. I'll get some of these. Over here. There's my boy making his presence known. Well, he has a lot to say this morning, doesn't he? Husband has let them out, and he is up here at the house. He loves to hang outside my window. I don't know why. He stays right close up here, which is fine by me. Get it, little guy. Tell the world good morning. He's busy this morning, isn't he, y'all? Man, there's a lot of these little T's, y'all. You notice I'm banking back down this way to try to push everything back towards this line down here. Sorry if I'm quiet, y'all. I have a hard time remembering I'm supposed to be talking to y'all when I get to concentrating on these things. I'm used to not talking. But too, my throat is rather sore, so I'm just trying to save that voice. My goodness, there's a lot of these. Everywhere I look, there's these lowercase t's. This should fill in a big chunk. Every time I think I've got them all in that area, I see another one. Just rescan back through here, make sure I got everything down in here. You can see, yeah, there was a diamond popped up. I always try to run my fingers over it and pop anything back in place that needs to be popped back in place. I can't get that one. There we go. You can feel it when they're not in where they're supposed to be. And you can hear it when it snaps in, for sure. I'm constantly, y'all, while I'm working on this, constantly rubbing my fingers across it, because I'm always finding diamonds that have not snapped into place. Okay, let's fill in some more here. This is a pretty gold color. I don't think I showed you. It's pretty. I love these things, y'all. That's why I've ordered more. Get them in my stash. My hose got twisted up. I love this e-painter, y'all. I had to change. I tried to use it with the pearls that I did the completion on, but it was a no-go. They were too big. It couldn't pick it up. And then I had trouble with wax and putty sticking, so I went with a wax pencil and it worked fine. We'll see when I do another set of those if it was a one-off of just that particular set, or is that going to be standard across the board with these pearls, that they're more rounded than the pearl dresses that I worked on last year from fan sales? That's going to be interesting to see. Just slowly working on things when I've got some time, y'all. This is our busy time of the year, and getting ready for retirement's making it even busier, trying to get everything lined up and all the ducks in a row. So it's doubly busy this year, but this is usually our really busy time of the year. So that's why I had to kind of cut back on Mondays and Fridays, because I'm gonna be struggling to get 2 videos a day, especially as busy as it is getting. I've got some stores, y'all. I don't know quite what's going on. Some of my favorite stores, one of them is showing stores unavailable the last couple of days, and well, really longer than that, about a week. I made an order with them of some 60 by 60s and a couple of 80 by 80s. 2 different orders. I always order my 60 by 60s, wait, let them ship, and then I'll order 80 by 80s. That way they don't try to fold the 80 by 80s down to try to fit in a bag for the 60 by 60s. And I went in to get, I forget what I was doing, but the store says unavailable. I thought, well, that's odd. I just made this order a couple of days ago. So, in fact, one of the items that I wanted, that's what it was. One of the items that I wanted was, it said, it's delaying your shipping. Do you wish to extend your time? And I said yes. And I went into the store to see what I could see, and this said store unavailable. So I contacted Temu. I said, look, I just made this order a couple of days ago, and now it's showing the store is unavailable, and they assured me it was going to ship. I said, I'm not so much worried about it going to ship. I'm worried about is this store closing down, because this is where I order a bulk of my diamond paintings from. And they said that, because I know when during the New Year holiday over there, it was showing that it still had like 2,000 items in the store, but you couldn't see them. So they just had them on pause, but it still showed that they at least had something. Well, now they're showing just store unavailable. So that worried me. And Temu said that they're not seeing that the store has closed, that it's not showing on their end that they closed the Temu or the seller closed the store down. And she said, or he said, I don't remember if it's man or woman, said hopefully they're just doing some spring cleaning. I said hopefully so. It just finds it odd that when you were closed down for the New Year's holiday, it didn't show store unavailable. You could still go to the store. You could still see that they had some listing. They had some things that you could still buy, but they were smaller sizes. None of the 80 by 80, 60 by 60s, anything like that. And so they said, well, here, let us get you in contact with the seller. Well, I knew, y'all, that is basically useless. They have gotten me to try to get me in touch with sellers before. The sellers just don't answer their messages. They just don't. I mean, 5 or 6 of them. So it's a trend across Temu that the sellers don't answer. They just let Temu handle all their problems, basically, I think, is what happens. And but I went ahead and sent a message. I said, I'm a frequent buyer of your store, and I see it says store unavailable. It's kind of concerning to me. Has this store closed, or will you reopen? And of course, I have not gotten a message back. I have already gotten the packages in for the 80 by 80s, but not the 60 by 60s. I put that one on upside down. But not the 60 by 60s. No, I'm sorry, I got the 60 by 60s, not the 80 by 80s. One of the 80 by 80s was canceled, but I ordered 4, so I was able to get 3 of them. So y'all may be seeing some diamond paintings that the store's no longer available. Don't know, but I have begun, because I do have. There goes that gnat, y'all. I'm trying to see if it lands so I can get it. He's a smart little dude, let me tell you. I know. But so we'll see if the store comes back online or what. Maybe, as Timu said, maybe they are just doing spring cleaning. I hope they don't clean too much, because there was some more diamond paintings that I wanted from them and that I can't find anywhere else. I just didn't see the need to order them. I wanted to put all of my buying power into Q-deals and special shapes and see where I stood budget wise, because I want to have some budget left after retirement. I want a good bit of budget left, so that, you know, over the years I can buy as I wish and not dip into retirement too much. I mean, I'm not saying I won't get into retirement funds, but the bulk of our diamond painting and my husband's hobbies are being bought before we retire. I had someone ask why the crunch, why the deadline was for retirement. That's because right now we're getting overtime. When we retire, we won't be getting overtime, and we're using that overtime money to buy and bulk up our hobbies for retirement. That's what that's being used for. And I don't want to have to try to budget out, well, let's see, I'm going to buy 200 diamond paintings after I retire. How much is that going to cost me? I'm just not going to go there. I'm going to buy it now. That way I know how much I've got, get it now. And y'all have seen the prices go up on these things over the years, and I'm saving money by doing it now. They're not going to go bad sitting here waiting on me. So that's just what my husband and I have decided for our life and our finances. I mean, my husband's hobbies are rather expensive, y'all. I will just say that. They are rather expensive. And it seems like, no, that was a round drill, y'all. And it seems like, that's the first. I didn't even catch that. It seems like the hobbies are getting more expensive every week. Okay? There's no way to budget that out of price increases and stuff. And to sit back in a couple of years and say, if I would have bought this even 2 years ago, just think of the money I would have saved. So that's why we do what we do. It's just a personal choice. So if any of y'all are wondering why, that's why. Alright, y'all, I go through a ton of diamond paintings. I know when I used all those special shapes for those 2 years, I did over 1,000 diamond paintings, y'all, that were right at, and that's not including the off canvases. If I get to another situation where I can't focus on big diamond paintings like this for a while, I'm going to need those partials, and they'll be here for me, and I don't have to worry about it. I will replenish if I feel the need. Maybe, Temu has that $25 limit. Maybe buy $25 worth just to replenish 4, 5, 6 more if I see a good sale. But I won't be literally on Temu shopping like I have been. In fact, since I've made that big order, y'all, I haven't really looked at Temu. I haven't needed to, because my shopping is over. I feel complete, and I just think about all the money I've saved it, because like I said, I've seen these prices go up. Even on these coup deals, they have gone up, and I could have saved, probably a couple $100 if I went ahead and made my coup deal order months ago. Even the 80 by 80s that I order, y'all, they have gone up in price since they come back for New Year's. I mean, some of them by $10 a diamond painting. So I'm glad I've got 60 sitting over here. I mean, if I save $10 a diamond painting and I've got 60 over here, you do the math of what I saved. So yeah, it's a personal preference, and I'm just gonna unbox them. You'll see what I buy, what I've bought rather, because like I said, my shopping is pretty much over, but we've got a ton to go through, so you'll still be seeing plenty of hauls, but my shopping is pretty much over, y'all. And I'm not feeling like, oh, I need to get on Temu. No, I'm pretty content now, y'all. Other than my main store for these diamond paintings, because y'all, I got a bunch of them over here that I got to unbox, and y'all may not be able to buy them, and that's frustrating because I know how that feels. So hopefully the store will come back. We'll see. Okay, we're going to go with 2s next. That's 154. Hopefully the store is just, as Temu said, doing spring cleaning. But they said they did not, the store has not closed its doors as far as Temu is concerned. So I don't know if it's kind of like an eBay thing that you pay for a store. I've got a friend that does a lot of eBay stuff, and he has a store, and he pays a monthly fee. So I don't know if Temu is like that or not, but you would think if the store was closed, if they'd pay a monthly fee, they wouldn't continue to be paying it. So we'll see how it shakes out, y'all. Like I said, y'all may be seeing some diamond paintings that you can no longer buy, but I will certainly try to find them somewhere else. But that's the problem. They might not be the same as what I've got, because all of these have the black sleeves. So even the stores that I bought, so it's not just them. There's a lot of stores that I would always check for the little grandmas. That's something that I will continue to shop for. But I will refrain from anything else, because I know I'm not going to have a binder full on that my last binder of those, so I won't fill that up if I can. But the stores that I usually, there's 2 in particular that I usually find a lot of little grandmas that I don't see anywhere else. They're saying unavailable. So I don't know what's going on. So it's not just the store with the 80 by 80s. And I mean, they just come back off a holiday, so surely they're not on vacation again. But if they were, why isn't it just showing, that the products, you can still see they've got over 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or 500 or whatever it is in their store. You could still see how many items they had. You just couldn't see the items during the new year. Why didn't they just set it at that? So I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see. Like I said, we'll see how it shakes out. So I may have lost 2 good sources for my little grandmas, because they always had things that I have never seen before, a little grandma wise. So that's disheartening that I can't get into the store. I even got a friend to go in and see if she could go in case it was my connection or something, and it's not. Same thing on her end. Store unavailable. So, and she had ordered something from one of those stores. She got another friend to check, and they couldn't even see the store. So it's almost like if you haven't ordered from them and don't click from your order page, you can't even find the store. So that's even more worrisome. She called me, she said, I don't know if I want to tell you this or not, but he can't even find the store. It won't even pull up for him. So apparently if you haven't bought from him, you're not going to find the store even. I was like, oh geez, don't tell me that, That'll give me nightmares. So we'll see, but y'all, I've got plenty. I don't foresee me needing any more 80 by 80s. It's just the fact that I'm going to be unboxing things that y'all may not be able to even find. That's the kicker of it. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe they'll pop up and come back online for us. Knocking these on out the park, y'all. All these number 2s. They're beautiful. I keep forgetting I didn't unbox this diamond painting. The garnet red. Keep forgetting I need to show you the diamonds. Getting up here to the top, it's almost going to get to the point I need to work some up in the top here, and I see some number 2s. I'm going to go ahead and grab them up and go ahead and get some diamonds flying. There goes that gnat, y'all. Come on and land, little guy. I'm waiting on you. It just buzzes my head. Irritating. Y'all, my ladybug can buzz all around me and I don't care. But this thing is bugging the crap out of me. I'm just going to be honest. Bugging the ever-living crap out of me. Alright. So if y'all see something whiz by this camera, I apologize. Yeah, we're working on getting rid of that little joker. I'm ready to get my little ladybug back out. He doesn't seem to mind that habitat. He just hangs out in there, crawls around and all the things, but I just like him to be free. But with the stuff that I'm putting out, it's there it goes again. With the stuff that I'm putting out to attract this thing, I'm scared that ladybugs, I don't know if it attracts ladybugs too, and I don't want to take the chance. Let's put it that way. And so I'm keeping him put up because, y'all, I've looked up and found that ladybug lifespans are a year or more in captivities. They can live up to 2 years. So this is the longest I've had one stay around. They're usually gone by now. And I'm protecting this little guy's all cost. So he doesn't seem to be stressed out in that habitat. He's crawling around doing his little thing. He's got a little sponge in there that he can have his honey and water on. So far the gnat hasn't figured out how to get in there, so thank goodness for that. But it's just a little habitat that you hatch out ladybugs in. And so that's what I did for him. Okay, 2s are complete, y'all. Alright, now we're going to move on to number D. I almost got that thing. Y'all, this thing, it lands and I try to get it and it just, I'm positive I got it and it's don't. So, he's smart. 436 is number 11. So we're going with the uppercase D now. It's a real pretty gold. Okay, uppercase D's, here we go. This thing is, it's almost like he's frantic, so I'm guessing he's hungry, but there is plenty of juice out for him. He could go and get in and eat if he wished, but I think he's too smart for that. I had somebody leave me a comment. I laughed. She said mix in, I think it was vinegar and I forget what else, and a little bit of Dawn soap, and it keeps them from being able to fly out and make them question their decision. I laughed. Something along that line. Oh my goodness, I laughed. But it's almost like everything I put out, he's not interested. I even tried honey and water. Of course, he's not interested in that now, you know. I even put just plain honey down, hoping he'd get stuck to it. Nothing. So, eventually, I will catch the thing. And my ladybug can come back out to its little freedom. Until the next fruit fly comes along, because I'm sure there will be more. Y'all, he seems to be thriving on that honey and water. That's all I'm feeding him. And it's been here since November. That's what I do every year. But usually by this time, I don't see it anymore. This little guy is just hanging out and buzzing and flying and doing his little thing in here. Decided to hang out much longer than usual, which is fine by me. I enjoy him. Hardly see him. A lot of times I don't see him till I turn the camera on. But he'll buzz by me a couple times, and he'll land on my desk while I'm diamond painting or whatever, and just lay there. I'll come in here after work and he'll be laid up on the table, and so I see him, but just not near as much as I do when I turn that camera on. He's over there asleep now, so I thought it was my voice that caused him to get stirred up and come out, but apparently it's not, because I'm over here just talking away. And I looked over there and he's up in his little hut things. Don't see him crawling around, so must not be that theory. Okay, D's. There's one. Rooster has quietened down. Guess he's gathered all of his ladies. Maybe they're out foraging for bugs. They're pretty much free range. We do supplement with some feed, but they pretty much are free range. Free to go and do as they please. We can always tell when they feel threatened, they get to squawking. We go rushing out. A lot of times it's just somebody's laid an egg and they're telling the world about it, but the other times they see a hawk or something, but we'll leave their coop door open. They can get back to their coop if they need shelter. So, but we run out when we hear squawking just to make sure it's an egg laying event and not something different. I had a really bad raccoon problem at one time, but we have pretty much eradicated that issue. Just trap and take them off and release them somewhere, away from the coop. I'm sure, same thing with possums. I'm sure a lot of them make their way back, but we just put out, dog food or cat food in the trap, and they get in there. We had one, y'all, that all of his friends and aunts, uncles, and cousins were trying to get him out. He was in the trap, and when my husband got there was about 5 other raccoons crawling all over the trap, trying to open it up, get him out. So it was quite funny. But we just trap them and take them, down by the creek or something. Not far away, just enough that they're not at the chicken coop, and I'm sure they come back, and we just re-trap. It's one of those little traps that you use for feral cats to take them to get spayed and neutered. I don't know where all these cats come from around here, y'all, but they do, and it's got to be that people are dropping them, as many as we get. I take them to that low-cost spay and neuter clinics and SPCA type things. Get them neutered, spayed, let them go. So we kind of do the same thing with coons and possums. Not too far in case they've got babies, but far enough that I know they're not living at my chicken coop, And we can kind of see in our cameras too, wildlife cameras, where they're coming from, so we try to take them in that direction. So that way, if they've got babies, they can get back to them, but stay away from my chickens. We feed y'all elsewhere. Eat out there and stay away from my chickens. We figured if we feed them away that they will, not have a reason to come up here, but apparently so. They've got reasons to come up here. Okay, this is letter C. It is 4:35. Yeah, I know every animal needs a meal. We provide the meal, but chickens are not on the buffet. That's not on the menu around here, folks. You've got plenty of food elsewhere. My husband goes up there and fills those feeders up every night for them. Mainly, though, to keep them away from up here. If you provide their source of food elsewhere, keep them away from your chickens. But that's not... We had a fox once that would show up every night. Little bitty thing. I mean, y'all, that thing was tiny. And we've got several different safety measures around the coop, but that really concerned us. But it moved on. No intervention needed. I guess maybe he found the coon and possum food. I don't know. But it went on about its business. But it was a little thing. Almost made me wonder if it's mama. Something didn't happen to its mama. It's on its own and just trying to survive. Because that thing was tiny. Smallest fox I've ever seen. Raccoons and possums are our main nemesis. Now, like I said, my husband had the theory if you feed them away from your environment and more out in theirs, maybe it'll keep them away from your environment. So he made some feeders and put them out there. But there's been times that they still made their way to the environment they weren't welcome in. So we just take them back where they should go. And they all seem to travel the same path. You know, there's a guy on YouTube. His name is James. My mind's gone blank of his last name. It's the Raccoon Whisperer. Y'all, that man has fed so many raccoons hot dogs and cookies and oh my gosh, what is his last name? I cannot believe I've forgotten his name, y'all. I watch him all the time. Haven't in the last couple months since, you know, because during the cold, he's from Canada, and during the cold the raccoons don't come up, so I just quit watching. I haven't watched, you know, I'm sure the raccoons are coming back now, but I usually watch all spring and summer. Oh, it's just amazing. And they bring their babies up to his porch, and they got them all names, and Bandit, and just all kinds of raccoons. I'm talking, they crawl all over him. There's a video of them crawling all over him. Oh my God. But I haven't checked in since early fall. I guess I need to do that. I know he was having some health problems, and he recently got married, and ironically met somebody from YouTube, and they got married. So she's been there, thankfully, for him. I think after they got married, he got sick or started having more health problems. But I haven't checked in. Y'all let me know if y'all watch him. It's rather cool to see the raccoons. So I need to put that. There's a D. I need to put that on my list to check in to see how he's doing, because I haven't checked since end of summer. There's another date, y'all. I knew I was going to miss them. But that's okay. I'll come back and get them. I thought I could finish this section on this video, but I'm not going to. It's like a lot more than what I thought I did, y'all. It's just slow go. You know, it's not a race. And like I said, I'll just keep, you know, continuing to come on here like this and video each diamond I put down until I see that y'all have finished y'all's, and then I can just move to just working on it myself and give you weekly updates. We'll just play it by ear. There's another C. Kind of check things and see if I missed any. Yes, I have. There's one over here. There's a few over here. I'll go ahead and get those. One more up here. There's another one there. There's so few, I'm just going to go ahead and get them all through here. Okay, one last scan over. Let's see if I missed any more C's. Sorry, y'all. If I get this out of my chest, I will be high-fiving, fist pumping the air. Okay, y'all, that is going to be it on this video. We will pick back up on the next one. Okay? Alright, y'all, take care, and I will see y'all a little later. Bye-bye.